Good afternoon, beautiful souls. Today I want to talk to you about karmic relationships. Everyone has karmic relationships, and the concept of karmic relationships comes from the idea of karma, which is the belief that our actions have consequences, either in this life or future lives. But in this context of relationships, a karmic relationship is one where two individuals are brought together in order to learn and grow from one another, often through the resolution of past life issues. Karmic relationships are believed to be intense and often very difficult, as these individuals involved may have unresolved issues of karma that needs to be balanced. These relationships may bring up feelings of attraction or even repulsion, and may involve cycles of breaking up or coming together. The purpose of karmic relationships is to help each person grow spiritually and emotionally. This can involve facing past traumas, healing old wounds, and learning important life lessons. While these relationships can be challenging, they are ultimately believed to be very beneficial, as they can help individuals evolve and become better versions of themselves. It's worth noting that not everyone believes in the concept of karmic relationships, and of course there's no scientific evidence to support the idea. However, those who do believe in karma and reincarnation, the concept of karmic relationships can provide a framework for understanding and navigating difficult relationships. Your karmic relationships don't just have to be romantic. They can be from your family. They could be a sibling. They could be a friend. They could even be a client or a customer. So it's not all about romantic. Yes, of course, some of our greatest learning experiences come from our romantic relationships, because all of our traumas are unveiled during a romantic relationship. Now, I will say that sometimes a twin flame relationship can be very confused with a karmic relationship, in that oftentimes it feels like a twin flame because it's so passionate and there's this insatiable attraction. But in that, sometimes it's a relationship with an empath and a narcissist. And the empath feels so complete because they have the narcissist, and the narcissist is just taking all of the energy of the empath. Or sometimes it's two people with different attachment styles that are just enacting their wounds, whether they be abandonment wounds or avoidant wounds. And of course, because twin flames are such a, key word these days, we confuse it with the idea that yes, this is a karmic relationship. No, this is my twin flame, and I need them. But no, what if it's just a karmic relationship where you have to endure this in order for you to finally gain some boundaries, in order for you to finally level up to who you need to become? And that's why karmic relationships can be so painful, because in order for us to get to the next phase, we oftentimes do undergo certain amounts of pain. Think about if you're wanting to get to the next phase with your education. You're needing to undergo, tons of weekends of study and even weeks of study and years of study in order for you to get to where you want to go. And oftentimes that's the same thing with relationships, where you're learning and you're growing, and you might keep going back to this person until your soul has finally learned what it needed to learn. And so if you go into certain relationships and your intuition is piqued and it's turned on, you'll know this really feels like a learning opportunity for me. Maybe it's a friendship where you meet somebody and they feel so familiar to you. And as you navigate the relationship, it is so confusing. It is so difficult. But you're learning so much about yourself. – this is usually a karmic relationship. And how do you know when you've had enough? Usually there will be an event, there will be a catalyst to end the relationship, which finally ends the karma between the two of you. And so I always say to someone when they've said, I think I've met my twin flame. Well, there's a difference between a twin flame and your karmic relationship. Oftentimes, a twin flame will feel like they're home for you. There's a sense of warmth, a sense of comfort that no one else can really provide you. And sometimes with a karmic relationship, it'll just feel very hasty, and there's so much energy between the two of you, and they're taking and you're giving, and it's very extreme. And so kind of acknowledging for yourself, what kind of relationship is this? Now, people often ask, well, do I have soulmates and do I have twin flames? I believe if you believe you do, you do. I believe that if you desire it, you do, because why else would you desire it? And so understanding how important your relationships are for your growth. And that's why I sort of laugh when people say, oh, I'm just going to be alone. I'm just going to be alone until I fully know who I am or I fully discover myself. Of course, you should really accept being alone and enjoy being alone and discovering how you feel when you are alone. But sometimes you just need to endure these karmic relationships in order for you to grow a new level, a next level. And so I really do encourage you to make a list of your relationships that you've had and to identify something you've learned from all of your friendships, from all of your romantic relationships, even if they were short, even if it was like a 2-week situationship. There's something that you're learning, and even going even further and writing down what you learned with all your family members. Maybe it's you and your mom that have such a difficult time, or had such a difficult time if she's not in the present world. Or maybe it's you and your father. But identifying what was learned. You know, I even believe that with our pets, with our dogs, with our cats, whatever, we have a karmic relationship. Or sometimes I truly believe that your pet is one of your soulmates. And they are so made for you, and you are so made for them. And there's such a learning that takes place when you have this specific pet. And maybe your heart opens up so much. It's all very interesting. It's important to identify where even the most painful, even the most torturous people have played a role in your life. And you don't have to ever forgive someone. I don't believe in forcing forgiveness. You just have to ask yourself to forgive yourself for not forgiving. And sort of wonder if a relationship is constructive or deconstructive to your life. And sometimes painful relationships can be very constructive because they're shape-shifting you. They're allowing you to grow, to evolve, and to move forward. And so this is just a daily thought about if you are going through a lot in your relationships, to sort of ask yourself and ponder, oh, how did my soul level up through this experience? And I'm sure that you'll hear exactly how it did. And so always ask these questions and keep seeking your truth. Wishing you all a beautiful day. Bye.